In this video, I am going to show you the solution of this exercise, Lab 1. At first, we'll answer the question of formatting. Question 1. Select range of cells B3 to J3. Apply center and middle alignment. Also apply wrap text. So this is our data file. Let us select from B3 to J3. Now we'll apply middle and center. Center is already selected from before. And then we'll click on the wrap text. So this is wrap text. Now color and add borders to the cell according to the output. So let us see, we have the output of this file. So here we can see we have some colors here. So cell A1 and A2 is the yellow color, and these cells will be the light green color, and this is also yellow, and all the borders will be red. So let us do this. Let us select A1 and A2 and we'll apply the color from here, yellow. Similarly to this one, yellow, and to B3 to J3 we'll apply to light green color. Now let us make the border. So select the border at first, then go to the border option. Because the borders are normally black, so we have to change the color at first. So we'll make the color red, and then we'll apply all border. Similarly, we'll apply all border here, and also we'll apply all border in these two cells. Now format range of cells B4 to J14 to have center and middle alignment. So let us select B4. This is B4 to J14. Now we'll apply center and middle. Now make the range of cells B4 to J14 be of number format with 2 decimal places. So let us select from F4 to J14 and we'll go to the number format and we'll apply the number format, and then we'll check how many decimal. We can see there are 2 decimal places, so no need to change. Now let us start the calculation part. Question number 5. Use the radian function to calculate the angle in the cell F4, and then we'll copy, or this is called auto copy, to apply the formula to rest of the cells from F4 to F14. So let us go to F4. Now to calculate anything, at first we'll press the equal sign, then we'll write down the formula, and we are looking for radian, so that this is the radian function. Now we select this formula, and then here we have to write down angle, which is D4. So we close the bracket and press enter, and we can see the formula calculated 0. Now we'll copy this formula to the other cell. Now we'll calculate question number 6. Calculate work done in the cell G4 using the formula. Work is equal force multiply displacement multiply cosine of angle in radian, and then we'll auto copy again for the cell G4 to G14. So let us write the formula here. Equal force. The force is basically E4. So we put the multiply. Displacement is B4. Again we put multiply. And then cosine, the function is cos, which you can see here. And we are going to write the angle in radian, which is F4. So let us close the bracket and press enter key. We got the result 10. Again we'll just double click here and copy the formula again. Now question number 7. Calculate the power in the cell H4 using formula. Power is equal to work over time divided by time, basically. Then we'll auto copy again to the cell from H4 to H14. So let us calculate here. Equal work is G4 over, that means divide by time is C4. So press enter. We got the result. Again we copy the formula to the other cells. Now let us calculate the kinetic energy in the cell I4 using the formula. So what is the formula? Kinetic energy is equal half multiplied by mass multiply displacement divide by time whole square. So let us start the formula here. Equal half, which we can easily write 0.5 to make it simple, multiply mass. So the mass is here B1. Now the B1, basically we know that when we write formula in the Excel and copy, the Excel changes the cell automatically. And here the B1 is only one cell, and when I will copy to all other cell, the Excel will change the B1 to B2, B3 to these cells, and will not get the right result because B1 is only one, which it should not change over the formula. So to make it absolute, not change, we have to put $sign before B and before 1. So for that we can press F4, which is easy way to put the dollar for both. So we'll put the dollar, we'll make it absolute, and then multiply. We have to divide the displacement by time and bring the square. So put the bracket, displacement is B4, divide by time is C4, close the bracket, and we'll put the square, shift 6, and then we'll put the power 2. Press enter key. We have got 100, and then we'll copy. Now question number 9, calculate particle decay in the cell J4 using the formula particle decay is equal mass into e to the power minus decay into time. And then again we'll auto copy from J4 to J14. So let us make it a little bit bigger, maybe it will be easy to see. So equal mass, again the mass is here B1, so we write B1, then we put the $sign again by pressing F4 because B1 should not change over the formula. Then multiply e to the power, there is a function for e which is called exp, exponential. Then the power we should write in the bracket, so the power is minus decay, and the decay is here also p2, which also should not change over the formula, and that's why we'll put the dollar for b2 also by pressing F4. Multiply time, and the time is here C4 for this cell. The formula is complete. Now we close the bracket and press enter. So we got 30.33. Now we'll answer the question number 10. Calculate total displacement in the cell B16 using the formula called sum. So we have to find the total of this displacement, and the formula is sum to find total. So let us write sum. We select from B4 to B14. Also we can write ourselves. Now press enter. We have got 108. So this is our calculation part. Now we'll answer the question of chart. So let us make chart. Question number 11. Select range of cells C4 to C14, I4 to I14, and J4 to J14. Insert the scatter chart with smooth line and markers. So let us see the output, how the chart looks like. So this is the look of the chart. So we'll make the chart like this. Now let us select C4 to C14. Then we want to select this two column also. So we'll press Control to select also these two column, which is I4 to I14 and J4 to J14. Now we'll go to Insert and the chart option. We'll click on All Chart. Then we have to select Scatter Chart with smooth line and marker. So this is Scatter Chart, and the second one is the smooth line and marker. Now there are three options we can see. We have to select this one because this is similar to the output which is shown here. So we select this and press OK. So we got the chart now. Now question number 13, format the chart as shown in the output. Select chart layout 10 and chart style 4. Pay special attention to axis and marker. Make the marker size 10. So let us double click on the chart and we'll change the layout. So here we can see the layout option open. We have to select layout number 10 and the style number 4. So this is layout 10 and style 4. Now we have to make the marker size 10. So these points are called marker. So to change it, double click in one of them and we can see here this option will open fill and line, and we'll click on the marker. We'll go to the marker options and we can see it is automatic, that's why it is circle. We'll click on the built-in and we'll change the marker to this one and then we'll make the size 10. Now if you look at the output here, inside it is filled with the blue color. So let us fill with color here also. So after the marker option we have fill color. So we'll make solid and this is already selected blue, so which is completed. Now the second line got marker with orange color. So let us select this second line, go to the marker options, we'll select the square one, then we'll make it size 10, then we'll solid fill with the orange color. So both of the marker is completed. Now we'll look at the axis of this output. So here we can see it is 0 to 20 and the unit difference is 4, and here also 0 to 120 unit difference is 20 and there are no decimal point. So let us change it. Double click on this x-axis number. Here we'll get this one which is axis option. We'll make it is already starting from 0. Now the maximum should be 20, so we'll change to 20, and then here the major unit we should change to 4. Similarly, we can see the y-axis number which is 0 to 120, which is correct, but there are some decimal point here. So we also double click here, then we go to the number option. Here we can see there are two decimal places which we have to change to 0. Now we can see the axis is done. In the output we can see there is a title which is Excel chart, but in our chart there are no titles. We'll add a title from here. So once we select the chart, we can see there is a plus sign here. If you click on the plus, we can add some elements from here. We will add chart title and we can rename. Just we select the text here and we can write the text we want, which is okay. Maybe I can put the chart in this corner to work it easily, to see the information easily. Okay, now we can see the x-axis title is time, so we'll change it also, time, and the y-axis title is KE/PD. Now we can see the legend here is the legends at the bottom of the chart, and the name also like this, but in our one the legend is on top. So we'll double click on the legend. We'll go to the legend option. Let us close it again. Double click on the legends. It will open the legend option. So let us select bottom. Also this can be done from here in the legend. We can open and we can select the position. Now we'll rename it. So right click in the chart, we have an option here called select data. So we go to the data and we can see the name here, series 1. So we'll click on the series 1 and edit. So here we write down the name we want. So the series 1 is K energy. So just to rename it, click OK. Series 2 also will rename to P decay. So click OK and then click OK. So you can see the chart now is exactly as like the output. Even if you want, we can make it bigger or smaller. Now let us see the question number 14. So to answer the question number 14, we have to go to worksheet sheet 2. So let us go to the sheet 2. Now number 14, find the grading in the cell G2 using if function. So if the unit sold is greater than or equal 100, the rating is gold. If the unit sold is greater than or equal 50 and less than 100, the rating is silver, and otherwise the rating is indium. We can see the conditions in this flow chart, where you can see the unit sold here. So in this cell we have to write down the formula, so let us write equal. Now here we have to compare the value of the unit sold, which is for this cell, which is F2. So the condition will be like this: F2 is greater than or equal 100. If it is true, yes, then the output will be gold. And now if it is not true, false, then we have to check another condition again to verify that is the F2 more than or equal 50. If it is yes, then the answer will be silver. Otherwise, it will be indium. So we have to check 2 times. We have to check the logical test 2 times. So we need 2 if. So there will be if inside if. So let us write down the formula equal if. Let me make it a little bit bigger so that you can see it more clearly. Okay. So let us write down the formula now. Equal if. Now the first logical test is the value of F2 is greater than or equal 100. And then if the value is true, the answer will be gold. So we'll write down gold inside the quote unquote. Then what if the value is false? We can see the value is false, then we have to do another test, and for that we need another if. So we write another if and we do the test again. F2 is greater than or equal 50, and if it is true, if this value is true, the answer will be silver. So we write silver. And then if the value is false, the answer will be indium. So write down indium. Now we'll close the bracket and then we'll close again, because we have to close this if and then this bracket is for the first step. So let us press enter. We can see gold. Now we'll auto copy the formula to all the other cell. So it is calculated. Just to show you the formula, the answer is given here. Question number 15. Write down in the cell H2 the formula Vlookup and then auto copy from H2 to H99, 999. Now we'll write this formula. Basically this formula is talking about Vlookup. Now the question we answered by if also can be answered by Vlookup. So let us practice with Vlookup. Here also we'll find out the grade based on the unit sold, and based on this table, the criteria table, we can see the lookup table here. So the unit sold is 0 or more, the grade will be indium. 50 or more up to 100, it will be silver. 100 or more up to 150, it will be gold. More than 150 but less than 200, it will be platinum, and 200 or more, it will be the grade will be rhodium. So let us write down the Vlookup here. So equal Vlookup. Now we can also use this fx function, which can help us to write down the formula easily, because if we use the fx function box, we don't need to write comma or quote unquote. So let us write here the lookup value at first. So the lookup value here is the f2, because we are searching for the f2 in this table. Now the table array, so this is the table we have, which is explaining all the units sold and their grade. And we will use the $sign because we are going to copy this formula here. And if I copy, we know that Excel will change the cell J3 to J4 and K7 to K8, but there are no information on this table, so we'll not get the right result. So let us put the $. Now the column number here, we have to write down the number of the column from which we want to return the result. So here we have two columns. The first column is about units sold and second column is grade, and we want to return the grade basically. So we'll write down 2 here, and in the last field we have to write down here either true or false. Here we'll write down true because the numbers we are looking for in the table is not exactly like this. So the numbers are approximate. So if we are looking for an approximate number, then we have to write down the true. Let us click OK. So you can see gold, which is correct because 170 should be gold. Now we copy this formula and we can see 73, which is silver. 205, it should be rhodium. We can see it is rhodium. So our formula is working. Now in the cell M1 and M2, write down the answer of the question L1 and L2. The answer is already given here for your reference, but let us write down our cell from here. For that, maybe I'll make this cell a little bit smaller to show you the answer. Okay, so let us write. So the first one, we have the question, how many units are sold by Levi cycles? So this formula here, we'll use the formula Vlookup to find this information from the table. Again, we'll use the fx. Now the lookup value, here I'm looking for the information about Levi cycles, so we'll write down Levi cycles here. Then the table array. Now let us see the information we have. The name is in the column A, and the information we are looking for, the result, we have to find the units sold of that person. So here the table should start from A to F, because the column A where we have the name, where we can find the Levi cycles, and the column F where we'll find the result. So we'll write down here column A2 because A1 is the title, so the name can be found from A2, and it can be found at the end also. Maybe we don't know the A999, so we have to search up to A999, and if you find it, we have to pick up the result from F. So you have to, the table range will be A2 to F999. Now the column number here will be 6 because column number A is for the information, column number B is for the ID, 3, 4, 5, 6 is the unit sold. So here we have to write down the column number 6 from where we want to get the result. And then here we'll write down false because we want the exact information about this guy, exactly information about this person. So we are looking for exact name, and we'll write down false. So click OK. So you can see it returned the result 184. So let us write down the VLOOKUP here again to find this information. We'll use the fx box. Here we are looking for the country of Amir Alexander. So you're looking for the name Amir Alexander. The table will be A to C because here we have the country in column C, so we don't need to go up to F, so you can search up to C, and the column number will be 3 because this is 1, 2 and 3. We are looking for the result from column number 3, and then also here we'll write false. So click OK, and you can see it returned Liberia. Now for the cell M4 and M5 we have to use the formula COUNTIF. So in the cell M4 and M5 we have to write on the answer of the question in the L4 and L5 using COUNTIF formula. The answer is given for your reference, so let us write here. COUNTIF formula is basically to count based on some condition. So let us use count ifs. We prefer ifs because the COUNTIFs formula can be used to count information based on one criteria or two or more criteria. So let us use COUNTIFs. We'll open the fx box. Now here we are going to count how many customers are from country Saudi Arabia and have retail sale channels. The first information we'll look for, we'll count, is the country, and we can see the country information is column number C. So that is the range, so C2 to C999, and we are going to count Saudi Arabia from this range. Now the second one, we are going to count the retail sale channel, that means the sale channel here. So the sale channel is column number E, so we'll count from E2 to E99, and we'll count here only the retail. So we click OK, and we got answer 2, which is correct. You can verify the answer from the output given here. Now we'll also find the answer of this question by using COUNTIFs. So equal COUNTIFs. Now how many customers have units sold between 150 and 175? So let us use the fx box. Now the units sold we have to count which is more than 150, between 150 and 175. That means more than 150 and less than 175. So here the units sold is F, column F. So we'll count from F2 to F999, and we'll count greater than 150, and then again we have to count the same range because we are counting the same information which will be less than also 175. So more than 50, between 150 and 175, that means more than 150 and less than 175. So let us click OK. We have got 150. Let us put in center. So we got all the answers. So here we finish the exercise, and we can see the answer is correct here also. That's all for this video, and thank you for watching.